Yes, boss. You are now tuned to the sounds of International Killz, aka EK Chuku, and we are right here on Drinks with Killz. Another fine episode, and I would love to introduce my guest today. My guest today is a young buck who's also a veteran in the game. I don't know how that works. Young buck, veteran, but that's exactly who he is. He's been in the industry. I've watched this man grow in the game, from being on radio, being that dude who was in the industry, running around, networking, PRing, and next thing graduating from that into hyping and stage performances and look, my guy has his fingers in a lot of pies, and we're gonna get into it to becoming like a business owner right now, like feeding the entertainment and media industry. I'm speaking of none other than I am Shody, Mr. Shody. Let's go. Give a round of applause for Mr. Shody.
You already know. The
Guy,
gold is in the building.
just so you know right now, say I come on my glasses for you.
That's so.
Yeah, come out your own for me now.
Oh, yeah, nah.
Guess what, bro? Bamidele, is it safe to say this is the first young buck on the show? It is.
Young SOG.
Yeah. You are very welcome, my brother.
Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Thank you, Killz.
For those who are, ignorant of who you are, or just haven't been introduced to you, or haven't had the pleasure of being in your presence, let's take a little trip down memory lane.
Okay.
So like I said, the first place that I discovered you was Beat FM.
Yep.
Beat 99.9.
You already know, the heartbeat of Lagos.
What did you do at Beat FM when you started?
Okay, so I was a producer and a presenter, but I started...
When you say producer, do you mean...
Radio production.
Okay.
So basically radio production, what I used to do was, all the liners, the stingers, everything the presenters needed while they were on air. So like I was the voice behind We Are the Beat 99.9. I used to do all of those things. When we had
you just did it.
Yo, so it was
Tune in.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, at the time, because I was fresh out of college, and at the time Beat FM was a year old.
Did you know that that's what you were getting hired to do, or you're just happy to be in the building?
So this is what it was, right? I knew all the commercials by heart, even before I joined, right? So
you were made for it.
More or less, it was something that I knew I enjoyed doing, because I used to like to mimic, movie trailers right from when I was young, like One Man, One Mission, Arnold Schwarzenegger. So like I used to do all of that, like literally in my sleep. It was, it was my thing.
Yeah.
And anyone who knows me knows that like I'm obsessed with wrestling.
Okay.
So like I love like
intros,
the theatrics, the intros
coming into
all of that, right? So
commentary.
Yeah, so I knew a couple of people who used to work at the station at the time, right? And so when we hang out, they'd be like, yo, you can actually do this and all of that. So I knew I had to
pause right there. What were you doing before?
I was in uni.
So you just
I was literally
just a university boy.
So yeah, it was just my hobby, but then I was already throwing like university parties, and stuff like that. So I was already in the social scene. So like I knew like from artists to DJs, to socialites, that type of thing. So I went in for an audition, right? And I did some voiceovers and I did some presenting, right? And then they heard it like, okay, you know what? Come in as an intern and let's see, how you can learn how this works and all of that. So then I had no clue how to use the Adobe Audition or anything. So I was an intern for a year. For like 3 months, I didn't do nothing. All I was doing was just studying, just watching and learning and soaking things in. So then, I know you remember Orica.
Of course.
Orica
That's
from
my
Paddy.
Orica.
Yeah, so Orica used to do this MTV show where there was MTV News every morning, right? And then Victor, who was the head of production at the time, used to produce it, and I just used to watch them, right? So for some weird reason that day, both of them didn't come into work. They both had emergencies, and I knew the show had to go, and I did everything myself. So everyone got to hear my voice and then everyone was listening, right? And then they got to hear my voice, like, who's that?
Who's that?
Who's that? Who's that? Like, oh, that's Shody. And then from that day on, they're like, that's your project now.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna say to people listening is, always be ready.
Always be ready.
You're gonna
because
get an opportunity at some point.
You took advantage. That wasn't luck.
Yeah.
People don't understand that. Even though they say, what's the equation for luck? Preparation, an opportune period, opportune moment.
Yep.
So always be ready.
Yeah. So
Always
that was it, and then it was time for NYSC, and because I had proven myself to be instrumental or very important to the company, you're like, no, you're not going anywhere. You will serve here.
Shout out to Chris Ubosi.
Shout out to Mr. Chris, shout out to Elisa, shout out to Deji. They put me on, like, he knew like I was hungry to learn and do stuff. So I was basically the hand on the Mona Lisa's skirt, making sure everything was going on.
The hand on, repeat it.
The hand on the Mona Lisa's skirt.
Undao.
Yeah.
Say undao.
I mean,
the truth of the matter is, it's like, yo, look, y'all don't give a F about nothing. You're gonna talk how you want to talk, express how you want to express, eat, sleep, drink how you want to, and nobody's gonna tell you nothing.
Yeah, a lot of people think that, oh, I probably just started hyping 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and like, oh, I'm just lucky. I'm like, no, I'm not lucky.
You've been hyping for how many years now?
Professionally, 11 years.
11 years of hyping. And how many years of radio did you do before that?
No, I was doing it simultaneously.
They overlapped.
Yeah,
they overlapped. But you were doing radio first. Were you hyping before you did radio?
No, so I did radio for a year, and then I started hyping.
Okay.
Yeah.
So altogether, you've been at it for about like a good 12 and a half years.
Yeah.
Something like that.
On and off, yeah.
That's a lot of years, bro. That's, I mean,
I remember my first paid gig. It was for a brand, and then the event was at Rita Lori, and Jarella was the main act.
Jarella.
Yeah, Jarella Mskiyaski Tugbaski. And I got paid 20,000 naira. And then that 20K felt like I got paid 2 million at the time.
I can imagine.
I was like, what?
What year was this?
This was 2011. Yeah, I think 2010, 2011, I was like, what? Because then I remember there was a club called Red Lounge, right? In Oregon. So
that time going to the mainland was fun.
Yeah, it would go third mainland, and then the guys who used to run Red Lounge, were like my big brothers were like, you guys. So they just be like, well, Shody likes to dance anyways. Just come, don't worry, there's drinks. Just come and have a good time, engage people and all of that. Yeah. And then because they knew I had a good voice, so if it was someone's birthday, they just be like,
give me the mic.
Can you just give the person a birthday shout out and all of that? And then from there, I started to, have my own little sets here and there and stuff. And then the alcoholic brand managers, right, were in the club that day. And they're like, okay, I like this. This is different, And then I just get a call one day. I remember it so well because I was doing my NYSC at the time. And I was playing video games with my guy. We probably had like 2K between us. And then we were betting like, yo, I must chop your money and all of that. They go like, oh, are you available, blah, blah, blah. And, the rest, as they say, is history.
They call you to book you, like, on their end. They're like, this guy has been booking, so let's just find out if he's available because he does this. Exactly. And then you on your end, you're like,
what?
Anyway, I don't have my video to.
And that was it, And,
that's dope. That's a dope story, actually.
Yeah.
That's actually a dope story.
So I started doing that, and then, of course, another major person who put me on was Sunday Are, Wizkid's manager. So Sunday Are at the time, used to manage
Wizkid's manager.
Yeah.
Used to manage Mo Hits. Used to manage the bands,
Jazzy,
all of them.
Exactly.
Even managed me for a little bit.
So when he was managing Mo Hits, he used to see me. So he used to see me like do stuff at the clubs, and then he used to see me at the radio station. So he would just be like, boy, you were in the club with us at 4:30. How are you in the studio at 9 a.m. in the morning? And because I was focused, I knew what I wanted to do, right? So he kept on telling me like, yo, you need to start going on the road with artists. I feel like that's your strength and all of that. Like you can engage like crowds and all, So MTN at the time were doing like this tour. You were on that tour as well, I remember. It was like 30 states, did that for like 6 months or thereabout. So then the Prince was popping, Goodie Bag, all of that. Dr. Sid was popping as well.
Yeah.
So
didn't we do a Weary together?
Yeah, we did a Weary. We did, because that was when I met Fino for the first time. I remember because Fino still had like his mohawk and all of that. We did Owerri, we did Abuja, we did Benue, we did Port Harcourt, you know, so like we went to like a ton of cities, you know, and it was an amazing experience for me because I was a young cat.
How old were you then?
Well, I'm 32 now, so I was probably 21.
32 now, man. I wish I was 32.
I was probably like 20, 21 at the time, you know, but it was good times. And like, I just loved it and I soaked everything in, you know, got to understand that when you have, even if it's one song you have that's popping, you should know how to engage with the crowd and give them a performance. And that's one of the problems these new guys have now. They just have one song or two songs. They just come perform for 5 minutes and they feel, oh, it's cool to take 4 million naira and go home. Like,
4 million.
Are you joking?
4 million for one song.
Do you understand?
Chairman, you lucky say that they call you to book you without your one song.
You know?
Because back in the day, if you didn't have 3 songs, you're not bookable.
Yep.
You're not bookable.
Yep.
Like, they might do you a favor to come on, go on stage and do your one song.
On someone else's set.
Someone else said, you know, and those one song people back then used to beg to be on shows.
Yep.
You know?
I remember.
It's crazy.
I remember, but I mean, the game is the game. I mean, look at this new guy, the portable guy. Like, he's going on tour, May, June with one song. And I'm like, oh, wow. Really?
Yo, but you know, that song isn't his song. That song isn't it Olamide's song?
So technically it's his song, right?
So it's him featuring.
So it's on the thing you see Pokoli X Portable X Olamide.
Yeah.
Right? So I'll explain that. The way the streaming game works now, when you're a new artist and people don't know you, right?
Yeah.
It's always safer to go
put
with
the bigger
names,
person. Of course.
Do you get what I mean?
Of course.
So I don't know how their split sheet says, but obviously you could tell that, okay.
On the back end, it's his jam.
On the back end, yes.
It's his jam.
But because they wanted to push it more.
Yeah,
right?
they put the other faces
they're like, okay,
in the
you know what, Pokoli is more popular, let's put Poco in front.
So all this shit about him not getting his money or blah, 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 he's gonna get his money.
Yeah.
Because the streaming money is his.
Exactly. But then again, you don't know what his management, you know, what they signed, because obviously he probably wasn't the one that signed it, right?
I just saw him. He's in Kenya.
He's in Kenya. He's having a good time. He's having a blast. Zé.
Zazu.
Killz, you don't show love.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. So like when I
said this shit before, the guy reminds me of Conga.
Yeah, true.
You know, I don't know if it's
Conga wasn't, it's probably the hair, but Conga wasn't that crazy though.
No, Conga was crazy, but Conga had music.
Yeah.
Conga had music.
Funny enough, this guy can actually sing though.
I've heard him vibe.
He's got this Fuji-esque
like a modern, like a new Fuji flow.
You know, so I'll give him that. I like how they're selling his attitude. You know, I like how they're selling his attitude because the way the industry is now, social media is just going crazy. Like what people are taking in as entertainment is, I mean, back in the day, it'd be like, this is not talent, you know, but now it's more or less like madness over talent, you know, so it's crazy.
It's like whatever draws attention
and
holds the attention is entertainment. And you can't tell them that it's not.
True.
Because if they're entertained, it's entertainment.
True.
Yeah. True. It might not be the kind of entertainment that we're used to, or the kind of entertainment that we want, or the kind of entertainment that we expect to be driving the culture right now, but it is what it is. Yep. If you get it, you get it. So
serious music world famous.
we had to time out there for a second. You know, we had some technical difficulties, but you have delved in radio production, radio transmission, promo marketing. You have created a brand for yourself through your hyping and through your voiceovers. You started a company that actually contracts with the big brands, the big corporate brands doing that. And you also run your own spot called The Cabin in Surulere. Let's talk about The Cabin.
Okay, so I realized at some point that I can't be hyping forever, right? The entertainment industry, right? Being a celebrity is just a title, right? But it doesn't put food on your table necessarily. It might get you freebies.
I mean, there would be some that would beg to disagree or beg to argue that, you know, special
Yeah.
Special was a hype man, and it's put money on this table. You know,
Well, I mean, so
in many
Special.
various ways, and it's opened doors to other
Yeah.
things that.
Yeah. It will open doors, but then again, is it sustainable? You know, that's the question. Is it sustainable, right? Special is different because Special
Special
works.
is different.
You know, he works with, arguably one of the biggest acts out of the country, right?
continents.
That's OBO, yeah, the continent, right? And David doesn't charge, anything little, right? So imagine if
The breakdown.
Spesh can get David booked at specific places and gets his own cut, right?
Yeah,
That's a
of
lot
course.
of
Nah,
money
if
on
you're
its
booking,
own.
you're getting commission.
Exactly, so that's different, But I'm just saying in the general sense of it, you're an actor, you're a comedian, and you're hot at some certain point, and then you're getting money. You need to invest that money.
Your brand, what I was trying to get at is your brand has come. It's come to a point, like maybe I'm sure you've seen it, and if you've not seen it, I'm sure you're seeing it because I've seen it. And you've come to a point where you've done enough things to attract enough value to your brand, where your brand has now acquired the universal
True.
effect. When it has that effect, you're applicable in almost every way.
True.
Hence, acting, documentaries, emceeing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
So that said, like, okay, maybe I shouldn't ask this question yet because there's another question that I want to ask first. Because I was gonna ask, with that said, where's the next? Where's
What's the next
where's
step?
the drive from?
Okay,
Yeah.
so let me
But
go-
no.
let me go back to your initial
Before we go there, I know I'm throwing a lot of things at you because I'm trying to get a lot out of you.
Yeah.
You know. Was there any particular time, because my memory is fragmented because there's so much in it.
Yeah.
But I seem to place you like with one of the cliques at some point in time. Like, was there any given time through your stories, your trials and tribulations, that you were attached or embedded in any clique or any?
So, as I said at the beginning, the first set of people I worked with was Mo Hits,
Yes.
Dr. Sid and the Prince.
Yes.
And then after that, I worked with Runtown.
Okay.
What
were you doing with Runtown?
So I used to hype for Runtown.
Okay. So basically the Hypeman movement.
Yeah, so basically Runtown and I did like 12 countries in Africa alone, and it was crazy, it was wild, it was a good time. And then, he relocated and all of that. So that literally just died a natural death.
Okay.
And then I started working with Fowls, right? And
Fowls that guy.
yeah, and Fowls and I, it wasn't kind of like the first two where it was more or less more business.
Okay.
Fowls and I became more or less like brothers because we realized that we kind of have the same type of backgrounds.
Okay.
Went to the same type of schools.
Okay.
So when he tries to explain stuff to me, like, I get it, right? So at the time, I was the official hype man for a certain, brand, right? And Fowls was performing, for one of those brands activations, right?
Okay.
And then he just dropped Karashika, and Karashika was like my favorite song at the time. And like I could literally, rap from like the beginning to the end.
Oh yeah, let's hear small.
So-
Let's hear small. Just give us the beginning. Just give us. I'll put you on the spot. Oh yeah, give us the beginning.
Hit him with the flow, then nobody sicker. Money and the fame now come quicker. Queen on the door, shut up, fat nigga. Lord save me from Karashika. So, anyways,
You that end part, you messed it up. Oh, you didn't say it the way you're supposed to say it.
How?
You went off. You were a rapper. You would have said it with the proper cadence.
Because I'm laughing.
Okay.
Anyway.
Shout out to Fowls, Sha.
Yeah, that's my brother. So, Fowls is on stage doing his thing. And like as a rapper, you need to catch your breath. Like, there's that, thing, like give and
Pace
receive.
yourself.
Yeah. So like he goes like the first line and I say the last words. Like it was just rhyming. And then he was performing and I was looking at him and he was looking at me like, yo, what kind of synergy is this? Like you would actually thought we planned it, but it was just us vibing, right? And then the next day, his management reaches out to me like, yo, we're gonna need you to start working with us, And from there, you know, we just became closer. We started going on tour together, went to America together, went to
dope.
Europe together, you know, and all of that. Fun story. This is Nigeria was actually my idea.
This is Nigeria.
Yeah, look how we're living now. So we were.
That was your idea?
Yeah. So we were going.
You collect money.
So we were.
You collect money.
That's my brother. Don't worry. So I mean, the song.
You collect money.
We couldn't make money from the song because it was what's it called?
Yeah, add value.
It was a cover, but
it
did
value.
add value. Of course it did.
For you?
Yes, it did.
God bless you.
Yes, it did. I mean, I do A&R, so yeah. So that's on my resume. Like, oh, okay, A&R for this. So the story was so funny. We were at the Canadian embassy, right? Because we're meant to go on tour in Canada, and then the network was down the whole day. We were there from 9 a.m. till
about. Is it like Wi-Fi?
I don't even know.
Or
like
just
they
network,
just couldn't
like
send.
network.
I think it was like their Wi-Fi or what. I don't even know. But they couldn't send files across to Canada and stuff like that the whole day. So we were at the embassy from 8:30 in the morning. We got in at 9 because you have to do some registration and stuff before you get in. We got in at 9 and we were there till 4:30, right? And we were leaving hungry, upset, you know, just pissed that, yo, shit country, blah, 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 blah. And then the driver turns on the radio, right? We put it on beats, and then This Is America is playing, right? And then I go like, so I'm saying that This Is America, you know, and then Files is like, what song is this? I'm like, oh, you haven't heard it, you know? And I'm like, yo, this song is actually mad. And I go like, well, you know, it would be mad if you actually do a Nigerian version, right? This is Nigeria. And Files is the kind of person that when you tell him stuff, because Files is a sponge, right? He would act like he didn't hear you.
That he absorbs and considers.
Yeah, but like he'd take it in and then he'd think about it. 3 a.m. in the morning, Files sends me the first verse, like, what do you think about this? I was like, what? What is this madness? And then I get up, go into the studio in my house, I go online, and I start looking for his dad's interviews. And then I start downloading, and I send it back to him as like, add this. And then I do the ad-libs. I go like that. Whoa. So that's my voice actually, right?
Mad.
And the song was ready like 10 a.m. and he drops it like noon that day. And
just like that.
Bruh, we did not expect the, you know, the love and it was like, yo. And that was what opened the door to him doing Moral Instruction. Where he felt like, okay, I want to do some conscious music, you know, now and everything. So everything happens for a reason, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, when you're in a camp, everybody needs to bring value in some certain way. You know, so, and that's why like Files and I, we work together and we, you know, we're still cool and everything.
Okay.
You know?
So is like Files the only person you've ever like worked with in the industry or ever had anything to do with in the industry?
I mean, I've done stuff for quite a number of people, but in terms of A&R, Files is like the main person I've done stuff with. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and then I started doing my own music as well. You know, DJ Khaled type of stuff. So I've got a song with Reminisce and Files, and then I've also got a song with Joe Boy.
Nice.
Yeah. So
nice.
Like you said,
like,
I have my hands in different pies.
Who's your favorite new artist right now?
Favorite new artist? I like Diverse. There's a guy called Diverse. For a long time, I've been looking for my Chargy. He kind of has this like Lake.
I know that jam, but I don't know the name.
So his name is Diverse. He wears a mask. You don't see his face. I don't know why he does that.
The only person that I know that used to wear a mask is that dude SL from London, the Niger boy that is a rapper, drill, all that from London. He used to wear a mask, like ski mask.
Okay.
Nah, let me not get too gangster. But yeah.
So Diverse does that, yeah. And then I like this girl called Fave. My baby bad, my baby blue.
So someone just atted me on Twitter today, right? Let me just go to my mentions again. The person was calling me out my name. Yeah, let me take these glasses off too, because as age has been kicking in, sight has been getting funny. This name that you just, there it is. The person, this is from Akwa Ibom's first grandson. Abadi, is that Calabar or is that Akwa Ibom?
I don't even know. It's not the same region.
So he said to me, he says, Ikechukwu Killz, If you said Thames and Aya Star are sound sisters with your preference of Thames being the elder, I don't know where he took that from.
Thames being the
but
elder.
I know I have made a comparison to the both, and I love both of them. You know, I might be a big Aya Star over fanatic and stuff like that, but I love the both of them.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know where he's getting that from, but he Maydie's episode. Okay, so you see, that's why we have Bamidele here.
It's Mr. Maydie.
Yeah. So I guess we discussed it on Mr. Maydie's show, but he further goes to say, well, she's about to be he goes, if you said Thames and Aya Star are sound sisters with your preference of Thames being the elder, well, she's about to be the eldest, as there is a new chica named Fave.
Fave is dope. Fave is dope. So I don't know what it is, right? But I guess it's the way music has gone now, right? You know, like how rap in the 90s was, where you could hear like an Ice Cube, LL, Snoop, and all that. Like, it was hard, it was heavy, compared to what's the style of rap that we have now? Mumble rap, you know, where like all of them kind of sound alike, but then, you know, so I don't know what it is, but, you know, even with the guys, you know, the Omalays, you know, they have this.
There's a sweet vibe in it that just sucks you in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so Fave is dope, you know. So I don't know what it is, to be honest, but like they all sound amazing. And I really, really like Fave. I just heard
maybe that's why her name is Fave. She's gonna be your favorite.
So I wouldn't say I have a favorite, because I love all of them equally, right? The same thing with the guys. I hate it when people ask me, oh, are you a David fan? Are you a Wiz fan? I'm like, nah.
That's the Nigerian culture now. They believe that you can only like one, and if you like one, you must hate the other.
I'll rock with everybody.
That's not even, I mean, just the other day, we saw both of them hugging it out in the club.
You get.
And immediately, both fan clubs, both football clubs, utilize that as an attack on the other one. I saw one, they said, finally, David has met his mentor.
Come on,
I said, what? And another one, Whiskey don't meet his chairman.
I mean, in December, I hosted David's show. I hosted Burner's show.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, I just got love for all of them.
You know, the fucked up thing is, behind the scenes, these brothers probably have absolutely nothing against each other. You understand? But because the fans carry this shit to the next level.
Yeah.
And when I say the next level, is because the original level is just, me, I like Wiz more than I like Burna. Oh, no, me, I like Burna more than I like Wiz. You guys are joking. Me, I like David past the two of them. Yeah. That was the normal level.
Yeah.
Nobody say everybody we just talk now. Not like everybody we they just mention. Now just say this person and this person like this people. That's it. But that thing don't enter into the. Which one be say you be who fan? Come on here, Joe. Say you be who fan. Come on here, Joe, idiots. Come on here, Joe, idiots.
Yo.
Come on here, Joe.
I swear.
If you don't like David, if you there, you don't like Whiskey. If there, you don't like Bonner.
I mean, so I tell you something. In December, I hosted Tony Elumelu's Christmas party.
Okay.
And he had David, Wiz, Burna, Aristar perform at the same place. So I'm like, yeah, but it was just, you know, his personal people and all that were there. So I'm like, so what is all this madness about? Like, everybody can coexist.
Everybody can coexist.
Everybody don't connect to your partner.
This is the thing.
So
everybody's having a good time doing what they love to do.
Yeah.
And then y'all fans are trying to turn them against each other.
You know, it's crazy.
It's like, why must you see drama all the time?
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
So going back to your question about who I'm feeling, so I said diverse, Fave. For hip hop, there's this guy called Alpha.
This guy just jumped to the hip hop like he knew it was coming.
Yeah, because I mean it's Killz now. It's Killz. So I mean, come on. Like, I remember like obviously I didn't meet you in secondary. You were done before I got into
Florets.
You know, but
shout out to all the brothers out there.
Yeah, so I mean, you guys left that hip hop blood in our veins. You get me? Because I remember I used to beatbox for them Lynx and then Black Magic, you know, back in the day, and because I couldn't rap to save my life, man. I just loved hip hop. Do you get what I mean? So for hip hop, the person I really like now and I would love to see him blow this year is Alpha.
Okay, before we talk about Alpha, you spoke about beatboxing for Lynx and Black Magic. That was Casey days.
Yeah, that's like, you know, that was, you know, way back, you know, BBI High Johnson.
Shody. Beatbox for me.
Promise you rap.
No, I promise I'll do a better beatbox.
Of course you do, but come on now.
Of course you will. No, I'm not.
No, you don't want me. I play the fifth.
Baba beatbox, oh yeah,
I've forgotten how to beatbox. I don't remember how to. That was ages ago.
Come on, it
let me
doesn't
see. I'll try.
I'll try.
I might not remember anything.
Baba, wait.
I don't even remember.
Wait, Baba, that is the way you did do for that time. How they go hear you when you did rap?
Man, it was a long time ago, man.
Man, when we used to beatbox, we used to beatbox loud and proud, like boom, 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 boom. That kind of thing, you know. If you see where beatboxing has gone now, they're sounding mechanical, they're sounding intuitive, they're giving you all those type of sounds.
That's lit.
It's crazy. So hip hop. I need, when it comes to hip hop, I need your top 5 right now and your top 5 all time. Naija.
Top 5. Oh my God, you're putting me on the spot, man.
That's my job.
Oh Lord.
Top 5 right now. You can't think of it too hard.
Top 5 right now.
Top 5 right now, bruh.
Right now.
Hip hop. It's hard because everything is kind of like mushed into Afro.
Yeah, So I'm trying to think. So I'm trying to think like rappers, right? I mean, I'm not going to put Vector and MI and you guys and that. I'm thinking of the new guys right now.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Black Bones definitely, because obviously he's doing
Don't explain. I tell them all this. How many times must I tell these people that when you mention the name, don't explain. Just mention the name and keep it moving. Don't explain.
Black Bones.
I get excited. I'm sorry.
Zorro
Swag.
I love Zorro.
Okay. Black Bones, Zorro Swag. That's cool. You're doing all right.
There's this guy in Abuja called Odumodu Black.
Never heard of him.
I like it. I like his sound.
Coming up?
Yeah, I like his sound. I saw him perform at the block party, and I thought he was dope.
That's what's up. How long has he been at it? Is he a young buck or is he like an old?
I think he's young.
Okay. So I should add him to your top 5 right now.
No.
I'm just trying to remember. No. You see, you're confusing me.
Okay.
You're now gonna put his name in my brain.
Okay, Zorro. Okay, I said Zorro. I said Black Bones.
Zorro and Black Bones are rapper.
Oh my God, there are no rappers in the industry again. There are no rappers in the industry. Everybody is singing now. There are no rappers in the industry again. I'm trying to think. I'm not going to put them loose and all them other guys, no, because those are OGs to me.
Okay, so
I'm thinking of the new cats right now.
Ice Prince is still rapping right now.
No, I'm not going to put them. New cats. I'm not going to, exactly.
No, I understand what you're saying. So, okay, so what about the likes of people like Dremo Drizzy? What about the likes of people
I haven't heard stuff from Dremo in a minute, though.
Okay, Reminisce. No, Reminisce is the OG. What am I talking about? You see, now because his name is Reminiscence. Reminisce is Reminiscence.
So that's what I said. So that's why I said it's hard.
Okay, so there are people like Psycho YP.
I haven't really listened to Psycho YP.
You need to.
I haven't really listened to him.
You need to. That was kind of like
I haven't really. I like. Oh no, he sings actually.
Who's that?
Superboy Check, but he's not a rapper.
What about Ladipo, bro?
Oh come on.
But
Laddie is not even. Laddie's not so.
Laddie has been around for a long time. Exactly. But Laddie is blowing now.
Yeah, and so
he's so fresh. Don't deny him. He's
okay. Ladipo, Fresh L.
Think about some more. If you think you allow your brain open up, you know them. Keep going. So you've got You've got Black Bones. You've got Zero Swag. You've got Ladipo.
Yeah.
Was there one more that you mentioned?
Fresh L.
Fresh L.
Yeah.
Fresh L.
Yeah.
You know, when you were saying that Fresh L, I thought you were saying Fresh Out, Fresh
No,
Out.
no.
So
I'm gonna put Fresh Out as well.
There's another dude, Fresh Out?
Yeah, he says Fresh Out all the time. He raps in Hausa.
Oh, snap. Is that classic?
No, that's not classic. Oh my God. Magneto.
Is your drink? Oh, Magneto.
Yeah,
Magneto.
I definitely gotta put Magneto there.
Magneto makes sense.
I definitely gotta put Magneto there.
See, you have to have Magneto on your list.
Yeah, like he's gotta be there. He's gotta be there.
100%.
You know, so you see, I was looking for like proper rappers when I hear them, like, yeah. I don't want people like that giving me, you know, rap.
And Magneto has had,
and he's been around for a minute.
Magneto has had. Actually, you cannot put Magneto amongst them.
True.
Because Magneto has been around for a long time, and he's just beginning to get his accolades of recent.
But same as Ladipo. So if I'm gonna put Ladipo,
Magneto has been around for longer than Ladipo.
I disagree.
Do
you remember? What year was Marry Me?
No, Ladipo.
What year was Marry Me?
That was before Syndicate Records.
Yeah.
Syndicate Records was before that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let me get my grammar correct. Syndicate Records was before that. And Ladipo was around Syndicate Records. Yeah. You know, and that was still later.
Yeah.
Magneto was around before Syndicate Records.
Yeah, but Paul has been putting out stuff since like 2010, 2011. Because I remember him and Faust came back together.
Bro, if we want to talk about putting out stuff.
Yeah, well,
I've been putting out stuff since before I came back to Nigeria.
Well, fair enough.
That stuff where I put out, you know, rates.
Fair enough.
You don't even get anything where you sit down on top. You get me? It would be like saying they do Ango 90, no chair.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough. So, of all time, even for Nigeria, I mean, obviously there's you, there's NATO.
Don't feel the pressure of putting me in there because I'm
obviously
on the
there's
show.
you. Obviously there's you. There's NATO.
Yo, you don't understand. I'm trying to tell you something. A lot of people don't look at me as a rapper in Nigeria, so don't feel the pressure.
Nah, but I mean, I know you, and I know what you can spit. You are one of the hardest freestyle rappers.
Is my sound messing up?
I remember when Olisa and I used to talk and say that the only two people we would put money on that would freestyle from now till morning, you know, was if we put you and Nito in the room and just like you guys would go at it back to back. So I remember.
I just downloaded some old school NATO freestyling for like 3 minutes. I was the one recording him.
So I remember. So you know that I'm not capping right now. I know what I'm saying. I know my history, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm always mentor for a reason. I mean, mentee for a reason. Do you get what I mean? So like, I know my history.
Okay, so fine. Okay, so number 1 and 2, you catch you to see. Okay, so what are the other 3?
MI.
Because you're talking about all time, but there were a lot of people that were there, you know, quote unquote, before us and during our time. So this is just your preference. MI.
Vector, because I mean,
Vector.
I know
so that's
Vector
4 already.
Yeah. 4 number 5.
Just one more spot left, bro.
4 number 5.
Just one more spot left.
I mean, as much as I like Mode 9, and because like but Mode 9, it kind of reminds me of Kendrick now, right? So like his style of rap, I never could understand it. It was too deep for me.
Mode 9 was too deep for you.
Yeah,
you feel like Kendrick is too deep for you?
Yeah, I'd rather listen to J. Cole. Wow. I can relate. So like J. Cole reminds me of Ice Cube from back in the day, where like everything has a story, right? But Kendrick is painting like a picture in his mind. So like
he's trying to Michelangelo the shit.
Do you get what I mean? It was a bit too much.
Perspective.
So it was a bit too much for me, right? I like when, you know, yes, you can rap, but you like the average person can still relate. Do you get what I mean? Because maybe it's me talking from a PR point of view, but like if I can't sell it to,
do you prefer 50 to Eminem?
Eminem is different now. Come on, it's M, man. It's M.
No,
I mean, like, so
because like the breakdown you just gave me.
Even though M was deep, but you could M always used to say story. His palms are sweaty. Knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on the sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. Do you get what I mean? Like, you could relate to what he was saying.
Hi, kids. Do you like Primus? Want to see me stick 9-inch nails between each one of my eyelids?
Do you get what I mean? So, yeah.
Even if he wasn't telling you a story, he was painting like very, very vivid pictures.
Exactly. So when I think rappers, that's how I like to like think about it.
You still haven't given me
the number 5, right?
All these G's are still.
NATO Killz. Oh
you
my
said
God.
NATO, you said Killz, you said Snap. MI.
I gotta put that green.
And you said Vector.
I'm mad. I gotta put that green.
The green.
Yeah, gotta put that green. Gotta put that green.
NATO, Killz, Mr. Incredible, Vector the Viper, the green.
Gotta put them.
That's your 5 all time.
Gotta put them.
That's crazy, man.
Gotta put them.
It's like we always get different all-time 5s, right? Mommy, do There's a new person every week.
Yeah.
But do you know what that tells me? Because there's this ongoing conversation, and it's been ongoing since from my time till now, about hip-hop and hip-hop in Nigeria and in Africa as a whole. And it's been like how it's been dead all the time. You know, it's always about it's dead or it's dying or it's dead or it's dying. It's dead or it's
there's
dying.
some people I still gotta put.
It's at top 10. Okay, go on.
Freestyle.
Okay, you're going OGs.
Yeah, freestyle. LD.
So if you're gonna go back and put those people
Yeah.
after you've made the extremely strenuous decision of the 5th person. No, because I know how hard it was for you to make that decision because there's so many names and you only have one position.
Yeah.
But you have now opened, you've unlocked 5 more positions.
Oh my God, like it's crazy.
So
There's
with the
so
unlocking
many.
of the 5 positions,
Yeah.
are you going to now add mode 9? Because you
I
remember you were.
I put mode like.
No, I'm
see,
just. I'm not asking you to put him. I'm asking if you want to.
Obviously, mode is definitely an all-time great.
He has to be.
Yes, I'm not going to dispute that. But you said my top 5.
Yeah, and
so
I had.
by my top 5.
Stop.
No.
Did this not happen with me and MI? Did I not? You don't get. Yeah, go.
By my top 5, it means like, okay, if I go on my iTunes today, I want to listen to like some all-time greats. Who are the 5 guys I will go listen to?
Yeah, I'm getting you now.
Do you understand? Which is my preference.
Your preference.
Exactly. So it's not about.
So Mona know that your preference now.
Because I don't understand.
It's okay if that's your preference. I'm just saying. You're afraid to say that Mode 9 is not in your. That's where you see the calamity, the heavyweight of the.
No, but I said what I said.
Yo, you don't understand, man. I love this conversation because every freaking time, even when his name is not put in the top 5, his name must come up consistently.
He has to.
And that is all-time respect.
He has to.
That is all-time respect.
That's a legend, man.
People have to respect, including me and everybody else. We all have to respect the amount of work put in by this man and, you know, the levels and the envelopes pushed.
Yeah.
Sure you get. Like, there are too many of us, but at the same time, you have to recognize those that sets the pace. That you know, you said that. You said that earlier on. Remember who came before you?
Yeah.
When I came to Nigeria, I asked, "Who are the rappers out here now? Who they carry the flag, rap flag?"
And
they told me 2 names. They told me 2 names. They told me 2 names.
Yeah.
Mode 9, Rugged Man.
Yeah.
That's it, and those
are
the 2 people I went looking for.
Yeah,
you get me?
Those are legends right there, man.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, so you see, if you ask me and you say, "Oh, who do you prefer, Mode 9, Rugged?" I would pick Rugged every day of the week. Why? Because I could understand what Rugged was saying.
Relatable. He broke it down for you.
Exactly.
And he didn't make it too difficult for you.
Yeah.
But you have to understand that that's the art form. The art form is expressed in various ways.
Yeah.
And yes, there are those who want to appease and serve the average guy that doesn't want to, that might not be a deep hip-hop fan, but still a hip-hop fan, a rap fan, and wants to hear what you got to say and play with your words and make me enjoy this at the same time. And Rugged would give you that to the point where he would even break it down and come into Pidgin and come into Igbo and all that stuff. He did that, yes. Mode was of the, I'm going to push rap to the next level. We can do that out here too, and we can take it to the highest of highest. So he would try and place himself, not try, but he would place himself in the peership or the peer group of those who were doing it on the highest level that he listens to and all that, and try and like outdo them.
Yeah.
You get me? Which helped him become who he is.
Yeah.
You get me? Like,
so for me, because my earliest memories of hip hop, Wu-Tang Clan, right? I was even still watching. So there's this series, right?
Yeah, the saga. It's on season 2 now.
Yeah, and then I realized that yes, all these guys were hard, right? But when what's his name now? The main guy, RZA. When RZA realized that, oh, okay, I can't go hard all the time because we need to be commercial and everything. 100%. When they started dropping music, that people could relate to. Do you understand? That's why I said I put you and NATO on that level, because I remember so much, right? 5 and 6, 10 over 10. I used to listen to you guys freestyle, so I know what you guys can do. But because of the commercial point, you'd be like, okay, you know what? Let's dumb it down a little bit. Doesn't make you any less of a rapper. Do you get what I mean? Because when you do what you're passionate about and you start making money from it, you have to compromise.
You always have to.
So
and that's when the love starts to dissipate.
True. So that's what it is. But major shout out to Terry the Rap Man, Rugged Man, More 9, AQ, man,
6 foot plus.
Oh, goddamn.
Overdose.
Ferocious.
Overdose.
Yo, shout out to OJB. So fun story. OJB's studio in Surulere, right, was 5 minutes from my house in Surulere. Right? I'm gonna go back to the cabin story and why I opened the cabin.
Okay.
So I was born in Apapa. I lived in Apapa for 10 years. I moved to Surulere when I was 11, right? So Surulere is what opened my eyes to the real world. When I lived in Apapa, I lived in a bubble, right? Like rich family, everything good.
So you come from money?
Well, you can say.
So even your OBO.
You got,
well, not like OBO.
Not like
OBO,
well, let's just say things went bad at some point, right? So I got to understand what the real world was about, right?
So you had your protective shield.
Yeah.
And then you didn't have your protective shield.
And then I realized, like, yo, you have to be your own man and make something of yourself, right? So I won't say I'm wealthy. I'll say I'm comfortable.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean? Yeah.
But your papa, sir.
Well, I mean, he's looking from up there, and then he's smiling.
Thank you, Daddy.
Like, yo, and then I have all his names, right? So I'm actually junior at home, right? Yeah, and then my son is KOG the third.
So there's even acronym KOG.
Yeah, Colonel.
God, it's good to be an Ajebo. The third. Yeah. After the second and after the first.
Exactly. Killz is killing me. I swear, man. So I remember, like, I was really young then, man. God damn. Ferocious, 6 foot plus. K-Show 6-0, like they would be outside OJB studio, and these guys would be rap. Oh my days! Then,
because like you also even mentioned freestyle.
Yeah, so like I remember all these guys so well.
From back in the day.
There was Jazzman, a lot of things. That was
Jazzman wasn't a rapper.
No, he wasn't a rapper, but he was always with them.
Yeah,
So I remember, and I was really young.
Do you remember Alaye?
I think
the
he came from the UK
now. Came from the UK.
Yeah.
My Creps.
Yeah.
He was with Storm for a little bit.
Yeah, I remember that.
This is temptation.
Yeah, I remember. There was Alaye, there was GT, there was Sasha, there was you.
2 shots.
2 shots.
Yeah, 2 shots. 2 shots still rapping right now, boys, in America.
Hard.
Yeah.
2 Shots was hard.
Yeah.
I remember that album then.
Yeah.
2 Shots and Big Low.
I spoke to 2 Shots last week. That's my G. You don't even understand. 2 Shots has actually like evolved. 2 Shots is a producer now. He does visual production. He shoots videos. Dope. He does mini films, like short films and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's dope.
And he's still putting out music.
That's dope.
So all from the abroad.
That's dope. So during COVID, right? Myself and Jimmy, Jimmy is my brother, literally. We worked that beat together, Surulere Boys, all of that. So we have that bond. So we're doing this show called Battle of the Albums.
Is that why the both of you wear this dangling cross earring?
Well, this is drip, man.
Nah, that shit ain't drip. That shit gay.
No, no, that's just drip.
Yo, back in the day, you could say some shit like that, like, yo, nigga, that shit gay.
No,
and you
no,
get
no.
away. You can't say that kind of shit now.
So I feel like the long ones, right, are a bit off. But this, so funny story, right? I don't like anything piercing my skin, so I ain't got tattoos. These are studs. I just like them. Yep.
Hey, listen, I didn't mean for that. I didn't mean for it to go that far. I was just playing around, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Jimmy.
Hey, my brother.
Top 5 from that side.
My rappers all time from that side. Biggie Smalls.
1.
Pac.
2. And I like how you started with Biggie. God bless you.
Snoop. KRS-One.
Chee!
Rakim.
Chee! Okay.
You say that one, I don't think I'm too much.
So, but guess what you have just done?
Yeah.
You have just given them there what you refused to give us here. And I will explain.
Okay, explain. Why? Because Rakim was deep.
You gave us your Biggie. You gave us your Tupac. You gave us your, who was that third guy? Snoop. The same way over here. You gave us your Killz. You gave us your NATO. You gave us your MI. But then you went over there. You gave them the KRS-One immediately, but you didn't give us the Mode 9
because
here.
I listened to KRS-One.
Hello. So, do you know how deep KRS-One was?
KRS was deep.
KRS could give you straight shit.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. But also, let's be honest now.
No, but when he dropped records, you can relate
KRS
to.
was deep.
Well, you can relate.
Overseer.
Well, you can relate, though.
Officer. See how the overseer is still the officer?
Yeah, well, you can relate.
I get it.
KRS reminds me of MI.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate.
You know,
here,
because like KRS used to play on words a lot.
Yes.
Do you understand? And that's kind of like what MI does.
I would say KRS was lingering more towards the Mode 9 than the MI. I would say MI was more of like, God damn it. Who would I compare Mr. Incredible to that side? Who would you? Like, I
mean, it's hard. It's hard to be honest. I see what you're saying. But like those guys,
what's his name now? Fast and Furious.
Luda.
Luda. The way Luda used to utilize his word and his setup. That's MI.
That was actually my favorite verses though. Nelly versus Luda. It was. I was up on it. I was screaming like a 7-year-old watching a Jackie Chan flick.
You know, the thing about verses is that, you know, and I like how this conversation is just bouncing and connecting. The thing about verses, right, is that I have actually really enjoyed it up until it started to get carried away to a certain degree. Because like I felt like the verses, just the name, the verses, was very hip hop. And I mean, maybe that's me being selfish. Like it shouldn't span to the other things. Yeah, but it did span to the other things, and it was beautiful, you know. But there's this hip hop selfish part of me that just wanted it to stick to just hip hop. Just keep it for hip hop. All that R&B shit. Keep that shit.
Nah, but Beanie Man and
yo, the reggae. The reggae was stupid sick.
That was lit.
And classic. Okay, you know a classic. Give me 2 classics. No, 3. Give me 3 classics from the verses for you. Your top 3. I already see mine.
Nelly Luda won. I really like that. Beanie, I'm trying to remember who Beanie was up against.
Beanie Man went up against.
No, it wasn't Spraga.
No, it wasn't Bounty Killer.
It was Bounty Killer. It was Bounty Killer. Yeah. I love that. I love the fact that when the police came in, and then he's like, "You have to watch how the world know." And I'm like, "Yo, you love me elite."
No, that was amazing. That was lit.
Right?
Okay, so Nelly, Beanie Man,
and then obviously DMX Snoop. Like that, I'm happy that I saw that because that was like just before he died.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really happy that I saw that, and I loved how Snoop carried him because like at some point I think he was like drunk out of his mind or something, and he went to go pee, and Snoop just kept freestyling until he came back.
They were just they were just too happy.
You know, I love that. You know, and that's something that I do when I'm on stage. I'll tell you something. So I did this Smirnoff gig in November, right? Okay. And I was on stage, and Spinall just finished playing his set, right? Now the organizers had not gotten the next person to come on. So if I had walked off stage, there would have been dead air for like 10 minutes. Yeah. And I realized like, oh snap. So I gotta hold this crowd.
So what you do?
So I started doing, you know, this encore where I'm rapping something or I'm singing something and then they're singing back.
Back to me.
You know, because my music catalog is so wide and I know that, okay, these are just regular people. They're not so deep. So I have to give them popular songs that they remember.
Yes, no.
You know, and I ended up doing that for like 20 minutes. So even when the DJ was on, like, the DJ was like, I'm like, no, you're not going to stop me now.
Yeah, well,
I'm already on the road.
Yes.
I'm bringing you guys to church.
Our momentum.
Exactly. So I'm bringing this to like my hype industry now because a lot of people feel like, oh, but I can do this. Bro, when you're facing 10,000 people, it's not so easy. So off air, we were talking about how myself and Jimmy have this thing where we're more or less like MCs. And I'll tell you why. It's because we have that radio background. So we understand how to keep things...
I mentioned this earlier.
...informal, right? But still have a formal background to it, right? Now, there's some people who can only hype for artists. They just know how to do the backup, the ad-libs and all of that. But on their own, can they hold a crowd? There's some people who can only hype at the clubs. You know, where they
can be like... hype for an artist? No.
You understand what I mean? So once you know...
So you've transcended. You've done radio hyping. You've done you've done radio RC hyping. You've done stage hyping, not just for stage, but for artists also. You've done club hyping.
Yeah.
Which
wedding after party hyping.
Wedding after party. Wedding reception hyping.
Yeah.
I'm a burial reception.
Like never.
Jesus.
Never. Like, you know the funny thing, like someone actually called me and be like, oh, we were doing after party for our dad's like our dad died. I'm like, nah.
No, but that's different.
No, if it's
a remembrance.
It was
if it's the anniversary of the passing.
No, it wasn't remember. It was like the burial itself. No. So like you're like, oh, after band plays and they want to, I'm like, no. That's taking it too far.
No.
That's taking
if
it
Daddy
too far.
Vex there now, send thunder.
You understand? Like that's taking it too far. You know, so there's levels to this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even before I left Beat FM, I used to do a show on the radio where I used to hype live on air.
Okay.
Right? But that was the weirdest thing ever because, like, as a hype man, your energy comes from seeing the crowd. Right? But on radio, you can't see anybody.
You have to imagine it.
You have to, exactly.
People in the industry act like bags
I need a drink.
I want to ask you now.
I'm listening.
Before the drink, like, I would like to know, like, have you had any experience where people have attempted to take advantage of you in the industry? And if that one is empty, you can open the...
Oh, no. This is fine. This is fine. Over the years, right, you know how I said something like...
brother.
Or how you said...
You are my guest.
Paying your dues.
Please sit down. Let me pour for you. Go on.
You know how you said paying your dues and all of that, right?
Yeah.
There's people that be like, oh, should you have a show, blah, 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 blah.
You're driving? Or you have your driver? Your driver is here. Okay, all right.
We have a show. We used to come, and don't worry, it's a good platform for you. You would, and I'm like, so, how much? Like, no, you don't say you be our guy, blah, 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 blah. So when I realized that, oh, this is what, because everyone is trying to be like, okay, because you're popping. If I wasn't popping, I wasn't adding value to your show, or you knew you wouldn't call me.
Exactly.
Do you understand what I mean?
But at the same time,
you know, now there's some shows that yes, you're only like, okay, I'm trying to get this some, but like a lot of people tend to take the piss, right? And my solution to that was, you know what? Get a manager, have a management, you know,
buffer system,
you know. I don't discuss my fees with anybody. Like even if it's my guys that call me, I'm like, okay, no problem. Call Femi Soro. He'll sort it out.
Is that your manager's name?
Yeah.
Femi Sora. Femi Sora is Shody's manager. If you want to discuss anything with Shody, please talk to Femi.
Straight up. So I just let me worry about how I'm going to kill the show, how I'm gonna.
So, but that still doesn't speak to you being taken advantage of or being stepped on or shitted on. Like, has anybody shitted on you in this industry? Like that you're willing, because I know there's a lot of politics involved in the industry where, you know, we tend to be quiet about a lot of things. But DJ Obi said something to me at the beginning of this year, and he said this year is going to be the year of opening. A lot of things that used to be very, very close and people be afraid to touch it because, it's taboo, chairman or chair lady or situation. So this year, a lot of people are...
So, I mean, I've learned stuff over the years when you like, there's not like gentleman's agreements in Nigeria. It doesn't work, right? I remember there was a certain show I was supposed to host. It was done, dusted. I went to the UK, came back, right? I was supposed to host, and then I come back, and then I'm literally like, okay, so when are we going to start shooting and everything? And they go like, sorry, we've had to change. No, we've had to change the direction of the show. We feel blah, blah, blah. And I was pissed, you know? And they're like, oh, don't worry, more will come, blah, blah, blah. And I let it go. And I'll tell you why I let it go. Because it was a case of, okay, if I call these guys out and, you know, go all around everything, it's very, you know how Nigerians can be. They just be like, oh, okay, this person is a problem child. Blacklisted. Without them not knowing that, this is you get, as opposed to taking it on the chin and moving forward. And the only reason why that could happen was because it was a gentleman's agreement.
You know, you've spoken a lot of English, but you still never yarn anybody.
Well, because that's how I wanted to. Because I let it go. I didn't call them out then.
So you're not a politician.
Well, I have a BSc.
It's okay.
I have a BSc in political science.
So you've always been a politician.
It's a chessboard. It's a chessboard. So I mean, I'm just gonna keep it light.
Well, you know, actually, you know, a lot of times when conversations are happening like this, people want to sensitize controversy. So yeah, and I must admit, you know, I've felt the need to poke at people to get them to yarn things that they would normally yarn with me, you know, as opposed to just keep it in their chest when they're out there, because this is a comfy environment and all that. But at the same time, I've recognized that, you know, this industry, it's really about highlighting controversy. That's what it really is. Like, that's what the people want to see. That's what they want to engage in. Jesus don't come. Wait till they talk for that. No. Go to 33 minutes, 27 seconds. That's not the way you talk. Check them. Click there. You get me?
Yeah.
And I'm not looking for any of those. I'm not looking for clickbait. I'm not trying to be that. But at the end of the day, I'm still really getting people to come out of their shells, speak about things that they wouldn't normally speak about, you know, express themselves, take some, you know, weight off their shoulders. Like Toke was here the other day, and I just leaned back and let her speak because she had a lot to say. But yeah, so I'm just saying, like, you know, don't... As much as I get it, you being like, I don't want to, you know. At the same time, man, you know, when we want change, we have to drive it.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you, but like I said...
Shut up, man. You didn't hear me.
If you heard
me, the next thing you would have said is, okay, Killz, to be honest, you get this guy, or you get this babe, They're not doing dirty for this industry, They're not show love. They're not show love. Me, I be Shody. I don't do my thing.
Me, I'm cool with everybody, right? And I've learned.
You just finished telling me a story. Should I tell the story?
You want to tell which story?
Should I tell the story?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I was talking to Ikechukwu off air, not Killz now. Exactly.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Any which ways, me, all I believe is this: do good, and good will follow you. I believe in karma.
100%.
Right? I've
Swear to God, you've never dicked anybody over in this industry.
Because my name is.
Swear to God, you've never stolen a guy's babe, your guy's babe.
No.
Swear to God, your guy has never stolen your babe.
No, they've tried though.
Ah, bad boy. Is that true? Yo, why do you feel yourself too much? What's the meaning of that?
I'm a big man.
Oh, you trust fund babies.
I'm a big man. Bizarre.
Yo, my dude, look. Look, I've known you for quite a long time.
Too long.
You know, you've always been a very, very good spirit. And that's why good things will always come your way.
Amen.
100%.
Amen.
I wish you nothing but, you know, success and good luck with the cabin and all the rest of your endeavors, man. We're here together in this industry. And
oh yeah, sorry, can I just hold you there? I was gonna talk about the cabin, but then let me just say it because I know we're almost at the end of the show. So
yeah.
The reason why I opened the cabin was because, like I said, Surulere is my home, right? And basically after WizKid, right, who's like the biggest thing from there that everybody looks up to, I'm like the next person like, yo, this guy steady puts Surulere on the map, right? And I realized something, that whenever people always come to the island for the nightlife, to come and chill, have a good time and all that, like there's this mentality, there's this ideology that, oh, if you want to be chilled, eat good food, drink, have nice ambiance, you know,
you have to
chill
go to
with,
the
you know,
island.
like minds, you have to come to the island. I'm like, no, I don't want that, because every time I come to the island, I realize that half of the people I say hello to are coming from the mainland. They're either coming from Magodo or Bagada or Surulere or Yaba. And I'm like, that is because we don't actually have cool spots on the mainland, you know, that have all those things, right? And I just sat down with my guys and I'm just like, you know what, guys? Let's do this, right? And we opened the cabin, right? So the cabin is a pre-drink spot. You have like creamy pasta. You have like things that you would see on the island naturally. The ambience, you know, and then the caliber of people that come, right, is, you know, cool kids, you know, older people who just want to have a good time, watch football matches and all of that.
Yeah.
So that was the idea.
I love the idea because at the end of the day, right, you can never stop the flow of local indigents to the metropolis.
Yeah.
It will always be there.
Yeah.
Whether it's in Nigeria, whether it's in Saudi, whether it's in New York, whether it's in London. In London, they will always venture out to Central.
Yeah.
You get me? They might have their local things that they enjoy locally. And then, man, we don't have to go to Central. We got this right here. But at the end of the day, they'll still want to gravitate towards Central.
Yeah.
Same thing with New York. You be in the Bronx, you be in Brooklyn, you know, but everybody gravitates towards the city, Manhattan, you know, downtown Manhattan. Same thing here. You know, we have the mainland, but everybody kind of like gravitates towards the island.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't mean that there isn't popping things on the mainland. And when I came back to Nigeria, like you said before, we used to come to the mainland to party at night. Because that time there was only like one or two things popping on the island. Yeah. You get me? So we used to come to the mainland, Ikeja, Okwebi Island, you know, Oregon, all those things. So I applaud you. I applaud you for taking that step, you know, giving the people in your area in Surulere, you know, that vibe that they don't have to go to the island to get that. Even though, everybody knows the island is the island, you know, but still, you gotta have a piece of the island here on the mainland, you know, and that's dope. Especially if it's authentic, especially if it's on point, especially if it's like people are coming in and they can Insta.
Well,
Instagram now they decide a lot of things for people these days.
Exactly. Wash.
Complete wash. Say if your spot is not Instagrammable, it's not hot.
So that was it, right? We gave them something that was Instagrammable and affordable, right?
You win.
At the same time, they know like, okay, this place, I cannot just go and do anyhow. First of all, it's next to a police station. So that's safety first. Secondly, you're not going to come to Shody's place and act like a dick. Do you get what I mean? Because like, you notice, we don't get joy at the same time as we're nice.
We have to do something at this cabin.
You have to. No, it's not you have to. You are going to pull up.
No, it's not about pulling up. No, it might be every Sunday.
Yeah, so Sundays are actually my biggest days. Sunday at the cabin. So what I do is I host like different people, you know.
Yeah.
And my
You'll be
plan
like,
is to host
that's
you at
your
NATO.
Sunday special. Sunday
Sunday-
specials at the cabin.
Sunday at the cabin.
Sunday
So
special.
we have
Sunday at the cabin.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Sunday at
and
the
we have like
cabin.
a cookout. We've got like burgers, hot dogs.
Yeah, but no, have intimate performances. Where
Yeah,
it's
we
not
do.
people no regular people can't just come, right? So because you've been coming to the cabin
Yep.
during your
reservation only.
visits to the cabin, you will now get invites to the upcoming shows. So that way you have to have been a previous customer of ours to enjoy the benefits of the.
So I'll tell you something. Like last Sunday, Lil Kesh came through, right? And it was reservation only. In December, I had Adekunle Gold. In November, I had Ricardo.
And did they perform?
Yeah.
Mad.
You know, so like, I mean, you know how the industry
fun
works.
night,
So,
intimate night.
exactly.
You know, it's dope.
So everybody, so the way it works, because it's not a big space, right?
Yeah.
So it's just very chill, very intimate. So everybody who's coming has already booked a table. You understand what I mean? And it's not like
Do you
I'm
have
not
a
talking
bar?
like
Like a full bar.
yeah.
So is there a bar life?
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's like a restaurant during the day and it's like a lounge P at night.
Nice, yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a vibe.
It's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope. That's dope.
You know.
That's dope.
So
We
most
need
definitely
more young dudes like you in the industry who are like industrious, you know, and
Nah,
entrepreneurial.
it's like 1 in 100. Trust me, because like
Yeah,
everybody's like,
everybody
I
want
want to
blow.
drive Benz.
I want blow,
want
nah. And then they jump right
Oh
into
my
depression
God.
because they don't get that Benz right now. And they might see their guy or their guy's guy driving that
Killz,
Benz
I'll tell you
right
something.
now.
During COVID, right? I know guys who live in Lekki. They probably pay like 5 million, 6 million house rents, drive a Benz, you know, all of that. COVID hit, these guys didn't have jack squats in their account. Like, bro, I beg, I feel still like 50K for your hand. And I'm like, what sort
And that
of
50K, you know,
hand
sure say
to
you will get that back.
Which of the get back now, baba? What are you talking about? You don't go, you don't zeb, you don't to. I'm just like, what? And I'm not talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people.
Yeah.
Like these are people that on Instagram and be like, oh snap, you know, I got the new Nikes, I'm rocking Gucci. I'm just like, what sort of fake life is this?
Fake it till you make it. It's very, very popular in Nigeria these days.
It's terrible. It's terrible. So like me, I've always been that guy who I'm comfortable in my own space. I don't drag with anybody. I just do me. Do you get what I mean? I do what I like. If I can't afford 3 of it, I'm not getting it. That's always been my own mentality. You know, keep it simple, be good, and you know, you will have a longer lifespan. And someone at least told me like, yo, yes, the artists are gonna have their field days, but you are instrumental in everything that happens. So artists are gonna come and go, but you will stay relevant.
A lot of people are gonna wonder, and I'm just dealing with Niger sense straight. A lot of people are gonna be like, why Ikechukwu bring this guy on top of this show? Who be this guy? We don't know this guy.
Okay,
This is not MI. This is not Neto C. This is not Dare.
I'm in the
But
streets.
if they watch this episode from beginning to the end, they're gonna understand. People are actually gonna be able to pick and learn. They're actually gonna be able to learn a lot, process, you know, procedure. You get me?
Yep.
Mama, it was very nice having you on the show. I really
Nice one,
appreciate
man.
you coming through, Shody.
Nice one.
And
Appreciate
more
you,
power
brother.
to you. More power to your struggle. More power to your hustle. More importantly, may it rain clouds of wealth upon you, and may your family stay healthy.
Amen. Amen.
You know, the health. People don't
Health is
understand that
wealth,
health
Health
is
is
more
wealth.
important thing than
Yep.
anything else.
It's the most important thing. I won't even lie. So, anyways, for those of you,
Best friend is looking.
so
God,
for those of you who don't know me, I mean,
Uh-huh.
so
Drop it down.
my name is Shody, the Turn Up King,
Hey.
aka Nigeria's #1 hype man, aka the GOAT, the greatest hype man of all time, GHOAT, aka Big Engine. You already know. That's my bro.
So some of them, they hype themselves finish. You go, they look them like Jesus. Only you.
You already know, Shody the Turn Up King. I had a good time. Drinks with Killz. When I say drinks, you say Killz. Drinks. Drinks. Yo, had a good time on the show today. Shout out to my big brother. Like, see, you know when your school father is a school father. That's what Killz is to me. You know, I appreciate him for everything that he's doing. had fun on the show, you know, spoke about a lot of things.
Support your boy!
You know, be outside, watch this, you know, stream it, watch it back to back. Hit me up at I am Shody.
Shody, I'm not feeling this hype. This is not hype. Can I feel some hype? I want hype. You're the king of the hype. You can't come to my place and be on hype. I need hype. Hey, give me hype. Give me hype.
Are you ready? Drinks with Killz. We out. Booyah!
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you,
man. My brother.
Tomorrow has come. Tomorrow has come. And today, we will know.